Hi there, I'm Thornton. For those of you who don't know, I'm the UK's #1 inspirational breakthrough speaker, and my agents for speaking, speakerseeker.biz, also refer to me as the Business Shaman. Now it's funny, some people feel a little bit sceptical when they hear about someone mixing up, as Brad Burton so beautifully puts it, hippie shit with high-level corporate achievement, but I have that unique mix. I spent years and years and years at the top of the tree in corporate, in publishing. I was a turnaround agent working with flagging publications and turning them around to be profitable and readable again. And I also had a massive breakdown when I just did too much all at the same time and hit a brick wall. And the way I pulled myself up from that was by doing, all the usual kind of left brain things we might think about, NLP, hypnosis, coaching, going and seeing the doctor and getting the antidepressants. But the other thing I did is I sought out and worked with some of the best medicine people and shamans that I could find across the globe. And you know what? In all the high-level management stuff I did, in all the corporate training I did, in all the conflict management I did, in all of that stuff, there have been no better set of teachings for living life than those I learned through studying shamanism. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown in terms of why that can help, how that can help, and how I can bring some of this stuff into corporate organisations and actually make a difference. I'm going to show you a very, very basic medicine wheel. Now, a lot of indigenous people around the world work with this idea of a medicine wheel. What's the medicine wheel? Well, first it's a circle, not like that. And it's just like looking at the face of a compass. And each of the directions carries a different set of teachings. Now, we start in the east. East, in this medicine wheel I was taught to work with, is fire. So fiery aspects, passion, vigour, energy, vavavoom, drive, creativity, the stuff that so many of us want, probably particularly if we're in sales. You're going to be looking at a lot of this. And then opposite the east, we have the west. Now the west holds the energies of earth. So earth is a more feminine energy. It's about nurturing, self-care, being more grounded. You see how those two balance each other. And then we have the south. Now the south is the place of water, the place of emotions. Now of course, how many of us, particularly if we're harnessing that fiery element, we don't want to be thinking about emotions, tears and soppy stuff and snot and all that stuff. But we all have emotions. And the south, the teachings of the south teach us that we need to balance that. We need to be able to allow our emotions to flow when they need to, but not sink into that victim state where we start becoming stressed and depressed and sinking into dis-ease all the time and finding that secondary gain from staying in that quagmire, because then everybody gives us all that support, don't they? And the energies of the south are balanced by the north. Now the energies of the north are to do with air, with wind, with clarity. So the old people would say that this was connected to eagle, because eagle flies highest to great spirit. Now to put that into layman's terms, if the south is a place of emotions, the place of drama, the place of all that gossipy stuff around the water cooler, a place of people being picked on, the place of people not achieving because they're being caught in the drama and the negativity around them, what you actually need is a bit of north. Because the eagle teaches us to fly high, high, high above the situation and look down over the entire pitch, so we can really make an informed choice about how we want to respond to that situation instead of being stuck in it all down here. Going to the north, coming above the situation, gives us a full picture and it gives us clarity. So all the different kind of personality mapping techniques in the entire world, for me, whether we're talking about Myers-Briggs, whether we're talking about SDI, any of the other colour charts you can get, this simple thing blows it completely out of the water. Because when you start to work with these energies, I promise you, when you start to look at your workforce, at your staff, you will fairly easily be able to work out if they are predominantly fire or water or earth or air. And you'll be able to naturally see where there's a clash. So if you've got someone who's full of clarity and is wanting to look at all the detail of a situation and make an informed choice, they're not really going to get on well with the people in the south who are just drama. Oh, what? Well, they said that and they said that and they said that, and oh, my boss is an arse. Oh, no, I hate it here. All the happiness is door-shaped people, they're probably going to be sitting in the south. So you're going to have a clash there straight away. Likewise with east. And with West, people who are fiery and driven and just want to go for it. They're not going to want to sit here and nurture and care for people and make sure everybody's okay. Here's your A-type personalities right here. So once you start to be able to work with these energies and you start to work with your staff members and they start to be able to plot themselves into this medicine wheel as well and think, well, actually, I feel really drawn there. The key is, if somebody's really drawn to the East, they really need to work with some of the energies and the teachings of the West. Somebody's a South person, they need to be working more with the North. And ideally, we want to be getting to the point where we can sit right in the centre, balance. Now, of course, every team wants somebody who identifies a bit more strongly with each of these attributes. But we don't want too much fire. Too much fire will burn your company to shreds. Too much earth, well, you're just going to be sitting there and you're going to be growing deep roots, but you're not going to be reaching up to the clouds and your aspirations with that one. Too much south, too much water, well, you're going to drown in all that emotion, my goodness. And too much north, too much air, well, then you've got arrogance and detachment, and nobody's going to work with that. You need a mix. You need to be able to identify where everybody is. You need to be able to understand the energies and the teachings that each one of these quadrants holds, and you need your staff to understand that too. And if we get to this point, if we can understand where we all are, if we can understand some of the teachings of this hippie shit medicine wheel, I promise you can take your company from strength to strength and you can build. There are teachings in layers upon layer upon layer on this stuff, and you can use them to have a happy workforce, a productive workforce, a workforce that feels heard, that feels confident. And that's without even starting to talk about some of the techniques I learned through shamanism that helps you to communicate more as a workforce. This stuff will rock your corporate world and rock your socks off. This stuff is the stuff that I can come in and teach you. Not many other people can. So whether you want me to come and speak to your team, whether you want to hire me as a speaker, you can get that through speakerseeker.biz, or whether you want me to come in and do some coaching on one-to-one work or some consultancy with your group, you can find me through my own site too. That's www.tazthornton.com. Find me there too. Look me up, come and have a chat. I promise you, this stuff will change the way you do business.